Alright guys, welcome back to another episode on the HermitCraft Feed the Bees server. So I just got done hooking up the iron bees. What are they, the rusty? Yeah, I got the rusty bees in here and they are producing combs like crazy. All the piping and the alvearies are all set up for these guys to mass produce iron. Yeah, this is awesome. I got enough of these alvearies to continue to upgrade these guys, but this is kind of involved removing all of the hives, removing all the bees, all the piping, all of that stuff. People are asking me, I think in the last episode or the episode before, why I left these bees that are producing the minerals still in the apiaries. Well, that's the reason, just because it takes a lot of time to get them out of there. There's a lot of queens that I gotta move and a lot of drones that I gotta deal with. So yeah, and I don't think these three bees actually were set up to be the best possible. So I also got to take them over to the inoculator and shoot them up and make them have the elongated life and fast worker and all that stuff. These rusty bees over here, for instance, these are set up to be short life, and I think they were fast worker, but I can't remember. I had to give them 2 shots for something. Oh, right. They were still stone flowers, or stone pollination or whatever. Yeah, I had to give them the elongated life and flower pollination serum. That way they'll start spreading the flowers like everybody else. So that'd be cool. So now that we got those hooked up, let's head over to the storage area real quick and see how much iron those little fellas are producing. So down here is where all the little tiny piles are. Which one? See, this is emerald, tin, olivine, ruby, copper, and iron dust. Here we go. So yeah, our iron is coming in pretty quickly, I think. Looks like we're getting... Oh, it's not getting any right there. Yeah, we're getting a little bit. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Back here, behind where the centrifuges are, I started putting all... Get in there, goodness. I started putting all of the iron combs in this guy, so we are running through all of these. These other ones are building up. These are the ones coming from the other hives. So this has been going for a little while now. We got 1310 combs and ruby. These are all without frames, so this is just stock. No further involvement other than the bees and the alveary, so that's not bad. But I do want to get a way later on that we can put frames in those hives automatically and produce a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I'm still producing these scented panelings. This is such a project, making all of those alvearies. I really should have figured out a way to get this, properly automated. I mean, this works. This makes like 4 or 5 stacks of these panelings at a time. Actually, I think it might even be more than that. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, this works pretty well, even though I have to manually keep filling everything up. But today, I want to continue looking at the applied energistics mod. We looked at it last episode, and I did a lot of crafting, and I had some people complain that, we were doing a lot of crafting, not a lot of other stuff. Well, yeah, I kind of agree, but I wanted you guys to kind of, get a feeling for what applied energistics is all about. You can't just dive right in there. There is a lot of crafting involved, a lot of resources. Yeah, just to make those 5 discs for this, I think I was crafting for like an hour just off camera, getting everything ready. Lots of glowstone and redstone and all that stuff. Okay, so some other things that I want to look at today. Let's look at all the other things in the applied energistics mod. I went ahead and I put 16 of these wireless boosters in here. This is the most that you can put in a wireless access point, I have found out. I actually built quite a lot of these wireless boosters and tried putting that stack in there, but only 16 goes, so that's good to know. Okay, so let's see. I guess the very first thing I want to do, let's take a look at the ME assembler. I guess the Autocrafting. This requires quite a lot of stuff actually to get going. I'm going to build a 4x4 structure. Pattern provider, no. What do I have? I have the crafting CPU. Oh, yeah, that was it. Yeah, I need the pattern provider, crafting CPU, the heat vents, and the ME assembler containment wall. And I guess we can put some cabling on here. Let's do this. I keep forgetting I have this wireless thing. so used to doing everything out of it like a chest. So let's just put this away just a little bit. Now again, this is going to be temporary. I'm still trying to figure out this mod and get everything figured out that I want to do before I finally, hide things in the wall or put things where they need to be for good. So we're going to do a 4x4 structure, and the outside walls have to be made out of this stuff. This is, what is this called? ME assembler containment wall. Let's look at, oops, I hit U on that. I didn't mean to do that. Let's look at the recipe real quick. So that is just a quartz crystal, gold, 4 gold, and 4 iron for this. So yeah, the entire outer walls have to be made out of this, similar to like the reupload tanks. The top edges and the sides all have to be made out of that. Wonder what Corrales is up to. He keeps logging and logging back off. Okay, so yeah, we have to build the entire outer structure out of it like this. Very important that you have an NPC villager in there, otherwise this won't work. Get out of here, buddy. I'm just kidding. We don't need you in here. You're gonna ruin everything. Okay, give me that piece. I need that. Did I miss a block? Let's see. Seem like I have... Oh, I put the wrong guy right there. Right, so let's put the ME assembler containment wall right like that. And then we need heat vents. This would probably be the next thing I should put in here to keep these villagers out. These heat vents have to be... Oh, is that not... That was a CPU, wasn't it? Derp. Okay. Let me break those out. Yeah, the heat vents have to be all along every exposed surface that's not the containment wall. Let's do this and this. I think I left the CPU out there, didn't I? I have 4 of those. Okay, so I have everything actually. Very good. So yeah, even the bottom down here, this has to be all heat vents. These have to be heat vents. And it's getting dark in here. Now inside here, you need to put in the pattern providers. Let's look at the recipe on these guys real quick. It's a crafting table, some iron. This is the diamond processor, storage cell, and these conversion matrix, which is the basic processor. This is the one that uses gold. Quartz crystals, I mean, these aren't super difficult to make. Yeah, okay. And then I guess the crafting CPU, let's take a look at the recipe on this one as well. The crafting CPU is another diamond processor, the glowstone, and a couple of quartz crystals. So this, I mean, yeah, it's kind of expensive with the diamonds, but in Feed the Beast, diamonds aren't that bad. So we're going to do 4 processors, and we're going to do 4, whoops, got to shift while I put those in there, 4 pattern providers. And then finally, we have to cap this off with the heat vents. And when you do it right, you can see everything changed. These things look like they're all connected. Very good. Okay. So we can come over here and verify that everything's hooked up. It sees there's 32 of those walls, the heat vents, the processor and pattern providers are all attached, and the cabling. Very good. Okay, so what is this guy all about? So we right click on him and we got all of this stuff. We can do next. We're scrolling through pages here. That's pretty cool. So this is an ME molecular assembler chamber. Okay, so that's cool. Now, in order for this thing to do anything, I believe we need to grab some of these ME blank patterns. Let's just grab 1. That should be fine. And, yep, I guess I don't have what I need down here. So let me go up here and just grab, oh, I don't know, maybe stack a log, something that we can craft just to check this out. Okay, so what is this? This is the ME pattern encoder. So we gotta take the ME Blake pattern, stick it right here. Then we can take a piece of oak wood, put it in this crafting grid. So we just click encode. This turns from white to blue, or teal, I guess, I don't know. And yeah, it says crafts 4 oak wood planks with 1 oak wood. So that's good. It knows exactly what we want. Awesome. So if we take this pattern, yep, we stick it right in here. What we need to do is get one of these ME crafting terminals, or a C terminal as it's called here. If we look in here, we can now see that we have oak wood here and it says craft on it. So that's pretty awesome. So all we got to do is click on this to craft. And if we say craft me a stack of that, click begin, it should be putting some stuff in here. I guess it might take, oh, actually, I guess I can't craft it because it doesn't have any wood in there. There it goes. I put the wood in there, and it went ahead and I crafted 64 of those. So that is awesome. There's our oak wood planks. Very cool. Okay, so any item that we want to craft, we can, you know, make one of these patterns, stick it in this guy, and then it's available anywhere. Even if we use a wireless terminal, we could do this. It says craft. We could say, just give me, and we should have, okay, maybe that doesn't work the way I think it was going to work. I thought it was going to craft twice, but it just crafted one. If I say give me 8 of that, is it going to craft twice? Okay, yeah. So you specify the number of items, and it's smart enough to know that one craft makes 4. So 1 through 3, or I guess 1 through 4 will end up making 4 of those. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, so what else do we got here? We got a few other items that I want to kind of poke at and see what we got. We have these wireless boosters. We've already seen that stuff. I guess I can put these planks in here. Oh, that's something else that's pretty cool too. You put the planks in there, and that little thing that says craft goes away since you already have some in here. But you take all of those out, and you're left with the thing that says to craft. So that's awesome. I like that. Let's put those back in here. Okay, so let's see. What else? We have an ME level emitter. Not quite sure how these work, but we can check it out. We have an ME storage bus, an ME export bus, and wasn't there another one? An ME import bus? Yeah, these things keep moving around. I guess it's based on how many items are in the stack. I don't know. It seems kind of weird that they're ordered one way, you pull one out, and then they like jump around. I gotta get used to that. Let's take a look at, I guess I got 2 import buses on me. Let's take a look at the export bus. This thing's kind of cool. So we take the export bus. So let's attach it to there. Put a chest right here. We can just use our crescent hammer and flick this thing around. Very cool. Now, is this sending items? No, I thought I was seeing something flying around inside this pipe. Might have just been some kind of visual glitch. I don't know. Alright, so if we click on the terminal here, let's grab one of these wooden planks. We can come to the ME export bus, stick this in here, and it should just start pulling out those planks and sticking right into the chest. And you can kind of see it's flashing a little bit as it's doing things. So that's pretty cool. All of the planks that are in our storage system are now going to go into this chest. We can also change it so it does stacks at a time, and all of the items come out real quick. If we put those back in there, they should all just go right to that chest. Very cool. I like that a lot. This will be definitely useful for filling up things where you don't want overflow or you don't want item loops. Things I can think of right off the bat would be like my the liquid DNA machine. What is this thing called? It's been a while since I've even looked at the name. The gene pool, right. So something like that where you only want a certain amount of items going into a slot and you don't want things overflowing. Things like that would be good. Putting items into a router that are going into an array of machines or something, that would also be very good. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of uses that I haven't even thought of yet that this thing would be awesome for. Very cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and pick the chest up. Oh, actually, we should probably leave the chest now that I think about it, because we're going to check out the import bus. So this is the import bus here. So how does this thing work? Now, if we right-click on this, nothing happens. Oh, okay. I guess I was right-clicking on the wrong thing. So let's put some items in here. Oh, so you put items in there and it starts pulling them out right away if there's no filter. That's interesting. So if I put that as a filter, and I put those in there, nothing happens. But if I take that out, let's look at the, yeah, it's pulling them out. That's cool. Now we can probably do stacks at a time. Yep. Awesome. I like this a lot. This is great. So yeah, let's just stick those in there. They all get pulled out. Very, very cool. I like this a lot. This is so powerful. Okay. Oops, I guess I broke my beacon floor. Why was I not breaking that thing? Is this not the hitbox? Okay, weird. Okay, so we looked at the ME import bus and we looked at the ME export bus. Now, I don't know what this storage bus is for. Let's put this guy here. Actually, you know what? I think, let's see. If I right click this thing some more. Is this one of those things where you can stick a barrel on it? Or maybe a chest? We could try it out. Let's grab something. Let's grab slime balls. That's fine. Whoop, wrong button. Slime balls, come here. So we will stick the slime balls right on here. Now, what is this thing doing? Is it doing anything? All the slime balls are now in here. So that is awesome. How fast did that pull out? I wonder... Wait. Did I not get the slime balls? No, the slime balls are now in my inventory. Ooh. So it is using... Okay, I see how this works now. That is quite cool. I can't place it on there. So it'll take the inventory of whatever you stick on there. Let me put this oriented the right way again. Put the slime balls in here. Let's pick this up. And stick it down again. So we have 227 slime balls in there. And yeah, 227. So if I take half a stack, 195, 195. Now, does this work the same way? Can I put items back in there? 227? Oh, that is interesting. It can put items into the chest or into the barrel from the bottom. That is very, very useful. Now, what would I want barrels or extra dimensional barrels for, full of things for, that I wouldn't want to put in here? I guess it's good so you can see the items that you're putting in your barrels and you can attach it all to your same storage system and then get at them wirelessly. So there's my slime balls here, even though the the barrel's like way over there. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Yep, very, very awesome. Okay, so that's what this does. That is good to know. I'm sure I'm going to come up with something to use that for. Let's go back in there. G. Good. So that is, what was this thing called? This was the ME storage bus. Let's look at the recipe on this guy real quick. So it's a ME interface, a cable, and 3 iron. That is not bad at all. Some iron glass cable and the conversion matrix, basic processor. That's the gold one. Yeah, well, I guess there is a little bit to it, but I mean, that is pretty powerful. You could connect all of these barrels up to your ME system and get at all of those items wirelessly or Autocraft or... That is definitely pretty cool. Okay, so we have the ME pre-formatter. I know what this thing does. You can take one of your discs, one of these that can hold any of them. See all the items, 20 of 63 on this one. You can take the pre-formatter, put one of these discs in there and say, okay, only hold redstone, for instance. And only redstone would go there, which is pretty cool. So that way you can, take your redstone on a disc, go somewhere else, do whatever you need with all your redstone and bring it back or whatever. So yeah, that could be useful for some things. So the ME interface, and I believe this is how, let's see, if we stick this on the ground, export config, exported items, processing. I think this is how you take the ME system and convert it to like BuildCraft or Red Power. I think you can put items, this would be, yeah. This is the filter, so only these items get filtered and it gets put over here, and then I guess you can pull those out using a wooden pipe or something. I'm not sure what this processing down here is for. Yeah, there's still a lot to this mod that I'm still unfamiliar with. Okay, so let's put that back. So we have the ME chest. I think I kind of mentioned this before. The ME chest, you can just stick that down, and if you wanted to take a disc and put it somewhere remotely, you just put the disc in here. Oh, it's got 19 of 63 types instead of 20 of 63. I wonder, did I lose something? I hope not. Okay, so if I go in here and I grab one of my energy tesseracts, you can just stick this guy right there. Do receive only MJ1. Gotta give it some power, and we can get at all of those items again. So we could take all of our items with us just on one little disc. So that is very, very powerful. I like that. I mean, that's some easy transfer of items from base to base or whatever. You could even put that into an ender chest, I suppose. What else could you do with that? Yeah, that's pretty cool though. I do like it a lot. What else does this mod have? Let's take a look. Have I looked at all the items yet? ME pre-formatter, import bus, interface. We've seen these guys. Yeah, I think that is pretty much everything. Oh, no. There's this level emitter. And this is something, I'm not quite sure. So we take this. Okay, it's facing the wrong way. Let's turn this around. Okay, so it's got a red light on. So we can say, let's see. If I take these items out. Oh, threw it on the ground. So if I put a piece of wood in here and I say emit a level if we got a stack in there. Okay, so now it's off. So if I put 12 in there, off. Put half a stack in there, we got 44, it's still off. But if I fill up that stack, now it's on. So that is actually really cool. With this, I could take all of the items coming from my centrifuges. So like a problem right now that I'm having is we have a lot of wax, for instance. So I could say if we get 500 stacks of wax, turn this level emitter on, and that could redirect the items maybe into a filter or something and just throw all of those away. That could be very, very useful. I mean, I don't really need this much wax. Yeah, that's quite a lot of it, actually. All right, so level emitter. Very good. Okay. Well, okay, so I think we've seen pretty much everything there is to see with this system right now. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with all this. I kind of want to, whoops, I almost broke that by just poking at it. I kind of want to use one of these things, I think, for all of my dusts that are coming in, so it auto crafts them into the full dust. But I've also heard from other people that you can use what's called a packager. I haven't even looked at this thing before. Oh, I gotta fix my NEI. There we go. Packager. Let's look at this. Packager. Whoops, I double clicked this thing. I don't want that. So it looks like this is from Factorization. This looks like the same thing from the barrel mod. So it's a craft packet maker and a craft packet stamper and some cobblestone makes a packager. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely want to find out a way to get this stuff auto-crafted into the full dusts. That way it uses, 1/4 of the space that it's using right now, and it'd actually be useful. Okay, well, tell you what, guys, give me 1 minute. I'm going to find something else to do, and we will be right back. Okay, actually, before we move on, there's one more thing that I want to check out. So I got the storage bus here, right? We were just looking at this thing, and I thought, maybe that would be a fast way to convert all these tiny piles of dust into the full piles. So I got 508 stacks here, the tiny piles of iron dust, and I just made a iron dust assembly pattern. So let's see what happens. Can I take this over here, and if I say craft and I want, what's the maximum amount that we can do here? Yeah, let's just keep going up and up and up and up and up, and I want 4,096. Let's click begin, but it doesn't have any here, so I wonder what happens if we take this guy, just grab this and set it right on top of here. So now it becomes part of the network. Is it doing it? We got 32k. That's a lot of iron dust. Is it not crafting? Okay, maybe it couldn't craft that many. So if I come in here and I do 9999 and we click begin. Ooh, it is crafting, and that is crafting pretty darn quickly. Look at that. That is awesome. So yeah, that is a very fast way. Let's see the barrel. Yeah, that is a very fast way to auto-craft all this stuff into the regular dust. Now, I mean, this is good for what we currently have stored up. Obviously, I'm probably going to want a way to do this automatically as the items come in, instead of having to stockpile up, 500 stacks of it, and then do it this way so it stopped. Oh, okay, I guess that was just a little bit of server lag. How are we doing now? Wow. 1,000 stacks of iron dust. That is a lot of iron. Man. Yeah, the bees have been busy, but then again, this is all the iron that we have collected ever since I first made the iron bees. They have been going non-stop. So yeah, we got quite a lot of that stuff. Alright guys, so I'm going to find something else and we will be right back. Okay guys, so I think I found something that I want to do. There's another mod that I want to check out that I haven't really looked at yet. So let's do this. Let's go to the item subsets here. We'll go to mod. And the mod I want to check out is called Power Converters. Now this has a lot of really cool stuff in it. This mod, you can basically take one type of power and convert it to a completely different type of power. So for instance, I could turn MJ into EU, or I could turn Steam into MJ, or I could turn EU into Steam, or any of those combinations. So this is pretty cool. So first thing I want to do is make an energy bridge. You need one block that's going to consume. You need an energy block, or the energy bridge, and you need a block that's going to produce something. So energy bridge, let's make... Oh, I am not clicked on a crafting bench. I actually need, let's see, I think I'm going to need 2 of these. Do I not have the stuff ready to make one of those glass? Oh, I don't have redstone, do I? Let's make one. All right, let's make 2 of these. So right click. Actually, I guess I'll make 4. It probably won't hurt just to have a couple extra. Right, so we want to grab, how about a steam consumer? This will be good. Let's make one of these, steam consumer. So we can pipe steam in here, put it into the energy bridge, and then pipe something else out. So, for instance, I want to do BC producer. I'm going to take steam and convert it into build craft energy. Now, we're already doing that through a bunch of engines, a bunch of the industrial steam engines, but I think we can do this a lot simpler. So let's build this build craft consumer, and I think if I put in here, yeah, there's the build craft producer. So we have the steam consumer, the energy bridge, and then we can produce build craft energy just like this. Very cool. Okay, so also I want to build, how about an IC2 medium voltage producer? So that comes from an MV consumer. Let's build one of these. I need the MV transformer actually first. I forgot to build that. So MV consumer, build this, and we'll craft that into the producer. Good. So now we can produce multiple types of energy. Very awesome. So let's head over to the B area real quick. Specifically over to where we're making oil. Gravity engine on. Let's go. Come on. You can do it. Fly, fly, fly. Let's go. Okay, so over here at the oil, I have actually installed a second set of these steam boilers. Now we got a total of 6, which is actually kind of a problem. I thought we were making plenty of oil to support this many, but actually we are kind of at a slight deficit. It kind of depends, I guess. Sometimes this fills up, other times we run low and then it struggles to catch back up. I put some of these in, I filled this relay up, I think 24 hours ago. So yeah, it looks like we're doing pretty good actually. It seems to be about right, but it's not quite full anymore, so it has used more than what we've made. So in order to fix that, I'm going to have to put frames in those alveoles up above. We'll worry about that some other time. So here's the problem though. I have these 3 steam boilers, and all of these engines down here are busy making MJ power off of that steam. There's enough here to use all the steam from these guys, but if I wanted to hook these 3 steam boilers up, I'm going to need another set of all of these steam engines, and that is quite a lot of stuff. A lot of these energy conduits and steam engines and pipes and all of that stuff. This is where MJ 1, 2, and 3 are right now, by the way. So let's see. I have the steam pipe coming off of those 3 and just kind of connecting into these guys for no real reason. They don't make any more power off the steam, and the steam isn't really being used for anything. So let's just go ahead and disconnect these guys. There's really no point in having that connected. So I want to check this out. So if we come in here, I need to grab some more of my pipes from my canvas bag, which I still haven't upgraded yet. Let's see, if I break these guys out, let's do this. Let's bring the pipe out the bottom. Something like that should be fine. We can go ahead and connect those, tear that off, and fill that in just so it looks a little bit better. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Okay, so we have the steam consumer. So that now connects into the steam consumer. You can't click on it. There's nothing you can see, but you do see the pipes attached. So now we need the energy bridge. So if we connect that there, we can right click on this guy. You can see we got steam in at 160 millibuckets a tick. I'm not sure if that's actually good or not. I might need to connect it to multiple faces of this thing. I haven't really played around with it too much. But yeah, all 3 steam boilers are connected through this one guy here. So if we take that and then we go to a BuildCraft producer, we should be making MJ right off of that. Out, no link. Out, no link. Maybe it needs to actually be attached to something. Let's see. If I take an energy tesseract, stick that here, and we do send only. Let's make a new channel. This one is 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so let's make a channel 4. We'll call that MJ4. Add that guy, do this. One click on it. There we go. So now that it's sending on MJ4, do we see anything here? Yeah, BuildCraft out. 0 Michael Jackson's a tick, and it's using none. So it's sending and using none because nothing's using the power on this tesseract. Very cool. So I don't think I have anything on me right now that can use BuildCraft power, do I? No, that's a problem. Okay, so stick you here. We'll grab another energy tesseract. Stick you there. Receive only MJ4, do that. Now what are we doing here? Aha! It's putting out 27 MJ a tick. 27, that's actually not quite right. Let's see, I believe it's 144 mg a tick that each steam boiler itself can make. 18 of these engines at 8 mg each. Yeah, I think that's 144. So I wonder if this thing actually needs multiple connections from the liquid duct. I've seen this before where we can get more throughput by connecting more sides and things. Maybe it's just that powered furnace can only accept so much power at a time. Let me go ahead and take... actually, we should probably smelt something, right? So let's do that. What is this doing now? Oh yeah, so it's only 3 mg a tick, so it's only sending and converting the amount that's being used right now. So if we pull this thing off, I'm just curious. And stick this back. Oop, wrong one. Yeah, still 27. Maybe this thing only, accepts 27 at a time or something. So I guess the only way to really test this would be to get a machine that accepts way more mg a tick. Okay, so let's stick you right there. And, oh yeah, look at that, 100 mg. So it is using the entire thing. That is awesome. So with this hooked up, I should be able to attach 3 of these energy tesseracts to this thing, maybe even 4 of them, and use all of the power that we are getting from these steam engines. That is pretty cool. That is way better than hooking up all of those industrial steam engines and having to worry about the redstone, the piping, and the wires and all that stuff. So with this, I could pretty much rip out all this stuff and convert the other 3 to be just the same, and we can have all the MJ power we want. Now, something else that's pretty cool is we can take this MJ power that we're getting over here. Get over. And I can hook it up over here at the B area, my little storage area. I could have, say, one of those energy test racks, this guy, and the MV producer, hook that up to some kind of a battery. Okay, guys, so I had to make a quick cut. I forgot that I needed one of these guys, which is a BuildCraft consumer. I didn't make one of these before. Well, I did, and I turned it to the producer. So yeah, we're going to take a BuildCraft consumer, go into the energy link, and then we're going to put it into the IC2 medium voltage producer. So we can stick an MFSU here, and this should start filling up with power. And then we're going to need the energy tesseract on this side to provide the MJ power. Let's do MJ4, and we're going to do receive only and turn this on. So if we come over here, yep, this is now filling up with power, which is awesome. So I'm converting MJ power, well, I guess I'm converting oil into fuel, into steam, into MJ power, sending it wirelessly over here, and then we're converting that MJ into EU power and filling up an MFSU. That is awesome. So I can hook up a whole array of these MFSUs here, and then we can have all of the IC2 power that we will ever need. Very cool. Also, I can finally charge my chest plate away from the base. Although, yeah, this drains a lot of power. 10 million EU? Yeah, that is quite a lot. Alright, guys. Well, I think that's going to end up doing it for today's episode. I kind of want to check out... I definitely wanted to check out the applied energistics mod, all the other things that we didn't see last episode, and then this power converter mod is really, really awesome. Yeah, I'm going to really like that I can convert all that steam into MJ power without having to make all those industrial steam engines. That's very awesome. All right, guys, so thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.